Hello, my dear students. Welcome back. So, how are you, students? How are you all? I hope all of you are fine. And yes, students, are you studying at home? Please study properly at home, students. Since you are getting ample of time at your home, so stay at home, stay safe, and study as well. Okay. So, since we all know that students, we have started our classes, right? And we have completed our chapter that is needed in your periodic test 1, which is motion and measurement of distances. Now we'll start our half yearly syllabus. As you all know the syllabus, again let's have a look at the syllabus. So in your half yearly you are requiring what? Chapter 13, fun with magnets, and again chapter 10, motion and measurement of distances. Since this chapter 10, motion and measurement of distances, are already covered, we will start with our chapter 13, that is fun with magnets. Okay. Before starting the chapter, let us have a look at the topics covered in this chapter. Which are the topics which will be covered? Okay. So first of all, we'll see the introduction part. So in the introduction part, there will be some subtopics which are important, like definition, examples, discovery of magnet, magnetic and non-magnetic materials, pool of magnet, like pool of magnet can pass through non-magnetic materials, poles of magnet. All these are covered in the introduction part of this chapter. Next the topic is properties of magnet. So under this topic there will be some subtopics, and the last topic you require in this chapter is making your own magnet. So under this topic also there will be some subtopics as well. Okay, so let's get started with the chapter. So the chapter name is what? Fun with magnets. So we will study about magnet. Basically we'll study about the magnetic materials. So first of all, let's have a look with the introduction. So magnet, what is a magnet? Do you know what is a magnet? Okay. So magnet is what? The definition of magnet is what? It is an object which attracts things made of metals like iron, steel, nickel and cobalt. So what does it mean? Magnet is an object. Suppose magnet is a thing which attracts things made of metals like iron, steel, nickel and cobalt. So these are the metals which it attracts. Not all the metals, students. Note here, or not all the metals. Only the metals like iron, steel, nickel and cobalt. So this is the definition of magnet. So it is an object which attracts things made of metals like iron, steel, nickel and cobalt. So what do you think? What are magnets made up of? Magnets are made up of iron, steel or other alloys of iron by the process called magnetization. Okay. So since magnet attracts all these type of things, like all these kinds of metal, so magnets are made up of iron, steel or other alloys of iron. Do you understand what does it mean? Alloys means, do you understand? Alloys means mixture of metal. So that means magnets are made up of iron, steel or mixture of iron, mean a mixture of iron metals. Understood? Got it? By the process called what? Magnetization. Okay, the magnets are made by a process known as magnetization. So that means what? That means magnet made by the process of magnetization are called what? Artificial magnet, that is man-made magnet. Okay, so this does not occur naturally. Magnets which are made by the process of magnetization are known as artificial magnets. Artificial, you understand? Just the opposite of natural is artificial. So artificial means what? It has to be made by men, right? So they are also known as man-made magnets. Okay. Now magnets are different in shapes and sizes. Okay, these man-made magnets, I am talking about the man-made magnets or artificial magnet. These are made in different shapes and sizes. So why so? Magnets are made in different shapes and sizes so that they can be used for different purposes. Okay, got it? It is very simple that they are in different shapes and sizes. Why? So that they can be used for different purposes. Okay, so one of the most common shapes is bar magnet. So this is a very common magnet, common type of shape, which is known as a bar magnet. Okay, so what is that? What is a bar magnet? A bar magnet is a long rectangular magnetized bar of iron or steel. So what is that? Bar magnet, it is the shape of a rectangle. It is in the shape of a rectangle which is magnetized. Magnetized, you understand? It is made by the process of magnetization. That is, it is a artificial magnet. So a bar magnet is a long rectangular magnetized bar of what? Iron or steel. Understood? So see, here is a chapter 13, fun with magnets, that is in your page number 198 of your book. See here students, this is what? This is a magnet. See, here the magnet attracts what? A paper clip made of steel. So steel is what? Steel is a alloy of iron. So it is attracting the paper clip made of steel. Now see, these are the different kinds of or different shapes of magnet. This is what? This is the most common shape, bar magnet. See, this is rectangular in shape, right? Isn't it? Isn't it looking rectangular? So this is known as a bar magnet. Okay, which is what? Which is a rectangular piece of magnet, magnetized bar of magnet or steel, right? Okay, this is a kind of magnet which is known as horseshoe magnet. Okay, this is known as what? Horseshoe magnet. This is U-shaped magnet. U-shape means it is in the shape of U, so it is U-shaped magnet. This type of magnet are known as cylindrical magnets, and this type of magnet are known as button magnet, and this is a magnet which is known as ring magnet. So these are the different shapes and sizes of magnets which are made by magnetization. Got it? Now students will study about the discovery of magnets. So how magnets were discovered. Okay, so see, in your book page number 198 it has been described here. There is an old story that magnets were discovered by chance by an old shepherd named Magnus, who lived in ancient Greece. Magnus used to take his herd of sheep and goats to a nearby mountain for what? For grazing. He always took a wooden stick with him to manage his herd of sheep and goats. So it is basically speaking about what? Magnets were discovered by chance. It discovered by chance. It is not discovered intentionally. It is discovered by chance. So see, here in your book it has been written, he always took a wooden stick with him to manage his herd of sheep and goats. The wooden stick had an iron casing at its lower end. One day, Magnus suddenly felt that something was pulling his stick away from him. Okay, so something was pulling his stick which was what? Wooden, and the case was made of iron. Okay, the wooden stick had an iron casing. See, here it is written, no, at its lower end. So Magnus suddenly felt that something was pulling his stick away from him. It appeared as if the iron covered end of stick was being attracted by a rock and got stuck to the rock. See figure 3. So figure 3 it has been shown here. Magnus, who was controlling his herd of sheep with a wooden stick, and it has a iron casing at its lower end. So it has been attracted by a rock. It seems that the iron casing, the iron part of the stick was attracted by the rock. Okay, here it has been shown. Okay. So now Magnus had to pull hard to free the iron end of stick from the rock. Actually, the rock was a natural magnet which attracted the iron end of Magnus' stick. Okay, now got it? So the rock was actually a magnet. That was a natural magnet. That is why it was attracting the iron stick, right? This rock, which behaved like a magnet, was given the name magnetite. So the rock name was what? Magnetite, which occurs naturally. Magnetite rock contains what? Iron. Magnets were named so after the name of shepherd Magnus. Okay, so that is why magnets are named after this shepherd, whose name was what? Magnus. Now, some people, however, believe that the natural magnet called magnetite was first discovered at a place called Magnesia in Turkey. Okay, there are some people who actually believe that the natural magnet called magnetite was first discovered at a place called Magnesia, which is in Turkey, which is located at Turkey. Now, the magnetite rock had wonderful properties. Now we'll see the properties. What are they? The magnetite attract pieces of iron towards itself. Okay. And when a thin strip of magnetite was suspended from a thread so that it could rotate freely, the magnetite strip always align itself in the same direction. That is north-south direction. It always align itself, means its placement is always in the north-south direction. One end of freely suspended magnetite strip always point towards the north direction. Due to this property, the freely suspended magnetite strips were used by sailors in the ship. So in earlier days, sailors used to use these magnetite strips. Due to what? Due to its property. So sailors used to use this magnetite strip due to the property, that is it allocate or it align itself into the north-south direction. So they to find what? To find direction in olden times, because they always pointed in the north-south direction. Got it? Since magnetite was used to find direction to lead the way for ships, it is also called what? Lodestones, which means what? Leading stone. So what? Magnetite is also known as what? Leading stone. Why? So it was used to find directions to lead the ways for ships, right? That is why it is also known as lodestone. Lodestone means what? Leading stone. The piece of magnetite rock are known as natural magnets. Okay, so these occur naturally, so they are known as natural magnets. See, this picture shows a piece of magnetite rock, which is a what? Natural magnet holding some paper clips pins due to its what? Attraction property. So these are what? Magnetite rock is a natural magnet. Got it?